Welcome everyone to another AV Distributors Tech Insight, and my name is Justin. Today I'm going to introduce you to a product in our stable, or a manufacturer I should say, called ZeeVee. Now if you don't know who ZeeVee are, these guys manufacture AV over IP, over RF, and pretty much every other medium you can think of. Now, to give a bit of an idea about ZeeVee, well, essentially these guys have evolved from decades of experience in the whole video encoding and IP networking, and Zyper, which is their AV over IP solutions, they have a few different versions in the range, have quite an abundant of product lines that enable AV integrators and IT integrators for that matter to be able to rapidly deploy AV solutions of pretty much unlimited scale. So, unsurpassed, obviously, by performance and unrivaled reliability over industry standard IP networks, you're going to find a pretty robust set of products here, which includes support also for video walls, multi-view, zoning capabilities, signal transport over copper or fiber, so whatever medium you have, you're going to find something to suit, and a network management platform that obviously speeds up and simplifies the setup times of any AV system and also gives you complete expansion as well. So, bit of a powerhouse in the world of video distribution over IP. But it's also a nice time to also let you know that ZeeVee are also one of the founding members of the SDVoE Alliance. So if you don't know what that's all about, it might be time to check it out. So first and foremost, let's jump into a few of their products in the ZeeVee stable and get a bit of an idea of the capability of what they offer. Let's check it all out. Okay, well the first product we're going to have a look at here from the ZeeVee range is the Zyper 4K, and this is their uncompressed solution. Now, yes, the SDVoE members there, so you've got that compliancy there as well with this particular product. Now, what you're seeing here on this image in front of us is some of their new versions of encoders and decoders. Now, the one on the left is more of the installation style, which is more compact in design than their traditional encoder decoders, have a rubber surface externally, so they can fit into a variety of installations. And the other ones on the right hand side are their new XR format. Now the XR format are designed for the world of staging and production, so you can have 0 frame latent 4K video distribution over IP. These can be done by fiber optics or by copper, and they obviously have all the USB protocols there for KVM extension, just like the traditional encoders and decoders, but they also have clamp mounts on there to basically mount these units to truss, so you can see how versatile that can be. Now, some of the more traditional systems that look just like this are essentially available as well. So you've got your HDMI versions, the HD SDI, DisplayPort and S-Video versions, and there's also medical grade versions of these as well, designed for the medical surgical spaces. Now, what you'll notice on every single one of these units is that they, yes, run over 10 gig Ethernet. Now, the other thing about them running over 10 gig Ethernet, that they also have a 1 gigabit utility port available on them as well, which can essentially be used as a data network coexisting on the same video network. So quite a powerful tool. Now, these do 4K 6444, 0 frame latence, pixel for pixel accuracy. It's 10 gig over copper or fiber. They do all your KVM extensions. These can do multi-tiling capabilities in that as well, but we'll touch base on that a little bit further down the track here. But as you can see, ZeeVee's Zyper 4K products, including their Dante Encoder, is also available, are extremely versatile for any particular video over IP system you need that has to be uncompressed, giving you full video broadcast quality. So the Zyper 4K is definitely the go-to there. Now, ZeeVee's other Zyper system is the Zyper UHD system. Now, the Zyper UHD system is designed for the 1 gig network, comprising of a UHD JPEG 2000 encoder and decoder solution for the 1 gig Ethernet. Now, the Zyper UHD system is extremely affordable. It's very flexible. It comes with all the standard attributes that you would like on a video over IP system for the 1 gig design, and that is all your IR, RS-232 control, KVM extensions due to USB 2.0 on board. It's quite low latency. It's visually lossless due to the JPEG 2000 format, and it is all powered over Ethernet. Now, yes, if you don't have a PoE switch, you can use power supplies. ZeeVee have all those available as well. And in this range, there is also a Dante Encoder, and there is a wonderful wall plate encoder option as well, which is there to sort of cater for those wall plate installs, which is very popular in the world of K-12 education as well, because the wall plates there will have USB and everything on board there for your touch interaction with other screens that you might have connected to the decoder in the system. So extremely powerful, very versatile, compact in its design, very robust, and it is definitely a go-to if you're looking for a 1 gigabit video over IP solution. So definitely take a good look at the Zyper UHD encoders and decoders. Now, all of the Zyper platforms do run on a management platform, and ZeeVee has a very intuitive one. If you have the Zyper management platform, the 1MP platform will enable you to see both the Zyper 4K system and the Zyper UHD system on that same designed MP. So you'll be able to switch between the two systems using the one management platform, which is kind of unique. So let's have a bit of a look at that Zyper management platform just now. Alright, so ZeeVee's Zyper management platform obviously has been designed around their single core concept, as you can see that's written here, and that's essentially meaning one Zyper MP to control essentially all of their Zyper video over IP systems. Now, it'll auto-recognize endpoints. You can obviously scale systems, in relation to one to many or many to many or vice versa. The best thing, obviously, about the Zyper 4K system, which is the first system we spoke about, can have up to 19 sources in multi-view, which is just out of control. It's just amazing how many pieces of content you can get onto a single display. Video walls can be up to 15 by 15, so that's a significant size video wall as well. But essentially, the Zyper management platform is a configurable system, not a programmable system. It's very well balanced in its design. It's extremely functional, and it's going to give you all the features, setups you need. So, like it mentions here, you'll be able to complete an installation in hours, not days, when dealing with the Zyper management system. Now, it's available in standard design, enterprise, or also VMware as well. So you'll be able to put the MP system in place that'll suit you best. Now, so what we're going to have a look at now from this point is a little bit of detail about a new device that ZeeVee have released, which is called the Zyper Pad, and this is obviously designed to help control your Zyper systems as well. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so here is the Zyper Pad. It's a 10-button IP controller. It's a new product here that's been released by ZeeVee. This can be utilized, obviously, with any of their systems across the board. It sends commands, obviously, to the Zyper management platform. So if you need to control your video over IP system in a nice, stylish 10-button keypad, that's PoE, and the buttons do illuminate. So it's obviously something you'll get a good reference on when a button is on or off. This will obviously work very well in so many different applications. So the Zyper Pad is something that you can definitely put into every room that you desire when you're dealing with the ZeeVee Zyper system. Okay, now before I jump into something a little bit different and going over a few images here on, implementations of the ZeeVee Zyper systems, there's one other product I want to share with you all, and that's encoding via the Zyper Mx system. So essentially the Zyper Mx system is H.264 encoding into an IP network, so very much broadcast style, so UDP, RTP, and it can all be received by their set-top boxes, which is the i3 set-top box. So essentially there's a few in the range, that the Zyper Mx, which is a single channel encoder, a dual encoder in the MX2 and the MX4, which obviously will do 4 channels of IP encoding to the network. But we also have H.264 media modules, which are blades that go into the HT bridge chassis. So you can have quite a few of these cards in there to broadcast many stations over IP. So if you're really needing one to very many particular positions by just using either devices that can receive UDP or RTP streams, or you need the ZeeVee set-top boxes, this is the choice for you in relation to receiving that content over a very large system. So definitely have a look at the MX series of products. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to jump into a couple of the slides I mentioned earlier on just showing a few use cases on the Zyper systems in play. Okay, so the first one here that we're seeing is your traditional point-to-point attributes. So using KVM extension, video being broadcast from a device to an encoder to a decoder. So pretty straightforward. This is something that can be done over fiber optics or copper. So if you need to do something over a great distance, you can utilize the Zyper 4K to do that. The next one here is essentially many-to-many. So we can have multiple video sources, multiple encoders to multiple decoders, and we can share that. And like as you know with IP, it's pretty much infinite in relation to how many endpoints you can have on that network, as long as you've got as many network ports available. The next one we have here is video wall attributes. So multiple screens, put a decoder behind each one and create a video wall up to 15 by 15 with the Zyper 4K. And obviously the UHD has video wall profiles available as well. So extremely user friendly. So if you've got a sports bar and you need to make a video wall under something, we can quite easily do that. But if you have the Zyper 4K in these environments, you can do something even cooler, and that's multi-tile capabilities on a single display. So as you can see here by this use case, we have Zyper 4K, we have 4 encoders going through a switch and putting all of these 4, 5, 6 up to obviously extended amount of encoders onto a single decoder on any display. So if you're dealing with large LED screens or multiple video walls or just large displays, as you can see, you can share a whole heap of content quite simply. Alright, so I really hope you've enjoyed this session that we've had in today. This is a bit of an overview on the ZeeVee Zyper product range, and that's the video distribution, or AV over IP, I should say. There's quite a lot of product available from ZeeVee, so definitely feel free to reach out to our sales team. You'll see the sales detail down here below. They'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have, share pricing with you, and as I mentioned, we have stock ready to go as well, so we can satisfy your requirements there for your video distribution IP needs. If you want to know a little bit more information about any specific product, please visit our website. The details here below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for joining me here on AVD Tech Insight about the ZeeVee product stable, and I look forward to seeing you at our next one. Take care. We'll see you soon.